Matt here from Fitter Confident You. Hope you're well, and thanks for coming through to my training video about confidence. So I'm going to jump straight into the 5 main tips that I want to give you today that you can instantly implement to start, boosting your confidence, feeling a bit more in charge of your own life. So number 1, I want you to take pride in the little things that happen regularly. Why? Because when you do that, it reassures you that you do stick to who you are, stick to your word, and you get things done. So for me, a few years ago, I started flossing my teeth in the evening, and now I've made a pact with myself that no matter how tired I am, or if I'm ill, or even had a bit too much to drink, I will always floss my teeth in the evening. And that little tick in my head of, yeah, I did what I said I'd do, is really important. Doesn't have to be about teeth. It could be about taking the bins out. It could be about calling someone back who you said you would. It's these little things that add up and reassure you and give you that little boost of confidence each time because you've done what you said you would do. Number 2, tune into and become more aware and celebrate the small wins on your journey. What's the point of this? To make you, first of all, want more of them, to make you realize you are making progress, and to give you that sense of achievement as you go, that you are actually moving forward in anything you're doing. It doesn't need to be fitness, it could be anything. I'm not saying you don't stop going for big goals or anything like that, but the brilliant thing is lots of little goals add up to big goals, and they're much easier to achieve, and they're much more likely to help you stay the course and stay on track. So celebrate the small wins every day if possible, whenever and wherever you spot them and feel them. Number 3, and I fully appreciate the irony of this one, I recommend using social media a little bit less. No, groundbreaking? No. Do we do it or listen to it? Not always. The point is, so much of what we see out there isn't real. It's been filtered, doctored, just faked. And it's designed, maybe not at its heart, but what happens is we feel insecure as a result of it. We feel lesser or not as much as we should because we're not that person with that body in that place doing that thing. So reducing your time online reduces the number of times of incidences you're going to see things like this. But also it puts you in charge. If you decide, and that deciding is important for everything, if you decide how long you're going to spend online, you're in charge of the apps, not the apps in charge of you. And also as a side note to that as well, if you post lots of selfies, I'd recommend dialing that back a bit. There's nothing wrong with taking photos, documenting fun times with you, friends, when you are allowed to see friends again. The problem comes when you put your validation and self-worth in the hands of other people. So you put a selfie out there and it doesn't do as well as you thought it does, or worse, it gets negative comments. Things like that chip away at who we are and undermine us. And it doesn't need to be done. Your self-worth and your validation always comes from within to when it works best. So reducing the number of selfies reduces those opportunities for the external, the other, to chip away at who you are. Okay, number 4, find a self-care routine that works for you. Now, this isn't about getting up at 6 a.m. and doing 1,000 burpees. It's about, like I said, just finding bit of exercise, bit of movement, a bit of maybe nutrition knowledge, some good healthy habits like drinking a bit more water, but finding that rhythm that works for you. I obviously can help you craft something that feels right, but just test and learn. Any kind of positive movement is going to impact you in a good way. For me, I know that I love resistance training. So when, lifting weights or resistance bands at the moment, as it is more likely for most people, with that comes a physical sense of strength, but also a knock-on effect of a mental sense of strength, resilience. And the thing is, it's a brilliant, efficient use of your time. Half an hour, 45 minutes lifting weights, moving things around in a gym or at home absolutely gives you the endorphins and the mood lift that I know I love and I benefit from. And another great thing is just building it into your lifestyle. If you've done it on your terms, it will be something you want to do as opposed to something you ever feel you have to force yourself to do. And that's when you become your own motivation, because it doesn't matter if it's raining, you exercise. That's just one of the things that you do. And that comes back to that moment of taking pride in things. So you know you're going to exercise today because that's what you do, and you did it, and you feel good about it for lots of different reasons. And number 5, give meditation a go. Now, the most important thing I'm going to tell you is what really helped me get into a practice of it regularly was don't go into it thinking that X amount of meditation equals Y amount of anything else, better sleep or calm or anything. It doesn't work like that, and you can't put that much pressure on it. Instead, when I flipped it and saw it as 2, 3, 5 minutes of peace in an increasingly crazy world, that was when I was able to start fitting it into my life, because it made sense to me then. And then when I did manage to find a routine like that and stuck to it, just sitting quietly with my eyes shut, focusing on my breathing, that was when the other lovely ripple effect of lovely benefits did start to take place in my life. I was a bit calmer, I was a bit more able to focus on things. And also I found myself being kinder to other people around me, and therefore kinder to me, which is also another lovely goal to work towards. So give it a go. Shut your eyes in a quiet room, sitting upright. Try not to lie down because you'll probably fall asleep. And another thing that really helped me, don't feel you have to clear your mind, because you won't. Certainly not at first, and maybe not even for a few years. Go into it and just explore and examine the process. Shut your eyes, focus on your breathing, or try one of the apps as well. They're all really handy to help people get started, like Headspace. I hope that helped. Those are my 5 confidence boosting tips. And of course, if you want to get there quicker, if you want a bit more support and professional help with this, always happy to help. And this is built into Fit a Confident You, my flagship online personal training program tailored for gay, bi and trans guys. Love to have a chat with you. And if you think you are being held back by your fitness, your health, your strength, your confidence, click the link below and book a free call with me. And I'd love to have a chat with you when you're ready. Thanks, guys.